We'll check out the Brandel Chamblee kickoff party.
We'll meet the winner of the International Quran competition.
And we'll find out why some Irving teens are lipstick ready.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Joy Goodrum.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and you can see the amazing Joy Goodrum sitting here next to me. Always so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Now, the last time you were here, we were talking about big things going on with the Brandel Chamblee. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, big thing I was up to was the Brandel Chamblee, the kickoff party and the tournament. It was fantastic, and we even got to see you there, so that was a great bonus.
It was fun to show up. It's a great party, and folks, I'm telling you, if you want to be a part of this tournament next year, you probably should buy your ticket now.
Now.
Because it sells out so fast. Well, I'm glad you could make time to be here.
Thank you.
And we are so glad that you could join us for news on the city's Juneteenth celebration.
We've got something special for you later in the show with singer-songwriter Scott Lohr, as well as an update on all the Irving Independence Day activities throughout the city.
As always, we invite you to email us and let us know about stories you'd like to see and events you'd like to promote.
So please email us at ictn@cityofirving.org.
Irving native Brandel Chamblee lends his name and his time and effort to a charity golf tournament that helps not one but 5 local organizations. About Town was at the kickoff party and brings you some highlights. It was standing room only at Cool River Cafe, where guests arrived by the carload for a VIP event.
This is the kickoff party to the Brandel Chamblee charity golf tournament benefiting kids of Irving.
Fantastic event.
Everybody is having a lot of fun.
Over 500 guests turned out for cocktail hour, to shop the silent auction and battle it out for great live auction items.
14 people, 2-story penthouse, 4,500 right here. We got 4,500 here. Do we have 5,000?
We have a villa in Italy. We have Jordan Spieth has signed a flag from the Masters.
So I got 1,000. Do I have 1,500? Do I have 1,500? Do I have 1,500?
The excitement spread at this VIP event for a very important purpose.
People are excited about doing something great for kids in Irving.
You know, it's a great collaboration of 5 charities that have gotten together, which rarely happens.
La Buena Vida Foundation, the Irving Schools Foundation, the Rotary Club, the YMCA, and then the Irving Healthcare Foundation.
Each one of us has a particular area of Irving's youth that we focus on.
Every one of us share in the proceeds.
The event was the brainchild of David Pfaff and Andy Nadell. They convinced a hometown friend to lend his name to the cause.
These are wonderful people who've had a tremendous ride in life, and now then they want to give back. So it's nice to spend time around people like that.
And they're just so passionate, and Irving is just a great community that supports our kids and that wants to support a cause like this.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting. Visit bcgolfforkids.com to learn how you can get involved in this annual fundraiser.
A young Irving boy returned home earlier this year with an amazing accomplishment. First place in the International Quran competition. Susan Kamyab has the story.
This is a dream that come true.
I feel really happy.
Thank God, I'm so proud.
Idris Nawaz was given a warm welcome by his classmates from the Islamic School of Irving after winning first place at the International Quran competition in Qatar.
This is something really big to see a U.S. born child wins international competition.
Thousands of competitors from all over the world strive to memorize and recite the Holy Islamic book.
He worked very hard the whole year, and it paid off in the end.
When practicing, Idris had a specific strategy.
Focus on the tune of recitation, also with the etiquette for reciting.
But of course, Idris's win was also due to the guidance of his teacher.
We've been working so hard. I knew that day would happen because the work that we do here is unique. And I knew the quality that we provide here can enable us to compete in that level. So I was just waiting for the moment. Alhamdulillah, it happened. We've been participating for the last 4 years. 2 years ago, we got the 3rd place, and still that was not enough for me. So we kept fighting until we got the 1st place.
Idris wasn't the only winner from his school. Classmate Ahmed Ali won 5th place and had a few words to say to his family and teacher.
I thank them very much and I love them so much.
Both Ahmed and Idris left the airport in style as these local heroes headed back home in a luxury ride. For About Town, this is Susan Kamyab reporting.
To learn more, visit IslamicSchoolofIrving.org.
Juneteenth, commemorating the date that Texas slaves learned they were freed from bondage, celebrates its 150th anniversary this year. Wendy Hampton and Jackie Madden join me with details for this year's commemoration of the historic event. Ladies, I'm so glad to have you here on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
To talk about the fact that the city has always, for many years, commemorated Juneteenth, but this year it's a 3-day celebration.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about it, Jackie.
Well, we're going to start with events on Friday, and I'll let Wendy give you a little insight as to what's going to be happening with the West Irving Improvement Association.
Yes, ma'am. On Friday at from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
We'll have a night of remembrance, and we're just coming out and doing a small segment of storytelling about the neighborhood, Bear Creek, anybody that has any connection with it, an old story about it. We're going to talk about the bridge that used to go over the railroad track, just any little thing that you can remember about Bear Creek. We're going to have just a nice, relaxed evening.
That sounds like a wonderful idea, and people who study African American history know the importance of oral history.
Yes, ma'am.
in the community, and so you guys are really helping to preserve that legacy. My hat is off to you.
Thank you.
But wait, there's more. What's happening Saturday, Jackie?
On Saturday, we'll have our official ceremony where we celebrate the 150th anniversary of the holiday. We're also going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma and the 1965 Voting Rights Act that will be coming about in July. So it's a collective ceremony of all those great things in history.
You mentioned to me earlier that you're also paying a tribute to one of the stellar individuals in African American history, Frederick Douglass.
Exactly. We want to just honor him and say thank you for all of the things that he did that would help us to be able to fight in the Civil War and then just be able to work toward the 13th Amendment. He did a lot of things, and we just want to say thank you. We salute you.
That's great.
And honor him.
That is great. So moving through the day then, I know there's always great music. I know there's always great food. Tell us a little bit about that part.
We'll have a celebration concert with Intense Band and All Funk Radio. They'll be the end of the evening. But prior to that, we're going to have an African American read-in, and we're going to feature literary works of authors and poets.
Great.
And then we'll have African drumming and storytelling and dancing. And we'll have our keynote speaker, our very own City Councilman Dennis Webb.
Fantastic. And then I believe that there's going to be a commemoration on Sunday. Wendy, if you'll mention that briefly.
Yes, ma'am. On Sunday morning at 11 a.m., we're going to meet again at Shady Grove CME Church.
All right, fantastic.
Close out the weekend.
Close out the weekend. That's lovely. Ladies, thanks so much for being here. If you want the specific information on times, folks, go to irvingevents.org. That is where the Irving Events team keeps us abreast of all the great stuff they're doing in the community. Jackie, Wendy, thank you guys so much for being here. We are looking forward to this Juneteenth celebration.
Thanks.
Thank you. Back to you, Joy.
Susan Kamyab returns to the show with a look at the groundbreaking new animated film Inside Out. Susan talked with producer Jonas Rivera and director Pete Docter about bringing emotions to life in their new comedy.
So, Riley, how was the first day of school?
Fine, I guess.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong. Signal the husband.
Uh-oh, she's looking at us. What did she say?
Oh, sorry, sir. No one was listening.
Is it garbage night? We left the toilet seat up. What is it, woman? What?
I'm joy. This is sadness. That's anger.
What?
This is disgust. And that's fear. We're Riley's emotions. These are Riley's memories. They're mostly happy, you'll notice, not to brag.
I wanted to maybe hold one.
What happened? Sadness?
She did something to the memory.
Is everything okay?
I don't know.
Take it back, Joy.
Trying. Joy, no,
Let
wait.
go.
The core memories. Can I say that curse word now?
One thing I really liked in this movie is how whenever Riley was feeling sad, Joy would just pull a memory to kind of help her.
Yeah.
That's something I do. Whenever I'm feeling upset, I like to replay certain memories.
Yeah.
What is a memory for you guys that can always make you feel better when you're feeling down?
There's a lot of things. I always think of my kids when they were little as being a really fun time. And vacation trips, like You know, those
Yeah.
for some reason amplify all the joy and all the sadness of. We had some drama, of course, you know, on a couple trips.
No, but you're right. Even now, but we finished the film, and before we came out to do all this, I took the family to Disney World. And even yesterday on the plane, I'm looking at those photos, thinking, oh, that was great. But like in the movie, you're also like, oh, but I miss my kids right now, you know. So
We're such nostalgists. I'll look
we're
at
a mess,
pictures
sorry.
like, oh, remember this? That was 2 hours ago. Oh, you know.
I love the concept of dream productions in this movie. I really hope that's how dreams are made.
I know, it's pretty fun to
We
imagine.
did our research. That is exactly how it works, we promise you.
Yeah, it's true. But thinking about you guys' dreams, the ones that you can remember, what genre of film would you say your dreams fall under?
Mine generally fall under, what is it, they're a lot of anxiety, so they're like kind of Hitchcock type movies, suspense film. Like there was something last night, I was just remembering it, my son was in a tent. My son had made a tent on the neighbor's lawn, and the neighbor was like, why is this tent here? There's something in there. And we had to go in there, and I was unsure whether my son had something in the tent or not. Anyway, they're very sort of suspense-driven dreams, most of them.
Mine are, I have to say, horror.
Really?
I have nightmares.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So obviously Riley's emotions start to conflict when this big move happens, because ultimately it's a huge life-changing event.
Yeah.
What emotions would you say dominated you guys whenever you first moved into this business and started filmmaking?
That's a great question. I mean, I was so young and excited and passionate. I mean, it's got to be joy. But I also remember being a little fearful and nervous that I was going to fail or not do well or so forth. So it was sort of a combo of joy and fear, I would say.
Yeah, I think so too. Weirdly, as I look back at it, I remember more the joy stuff. So maybe the fear memories fade faster. I don't know.
That's interesting. I mean, I wonder if that's also like we look back on the film now, it's all joy. But there were headaches along the way and stuff.
Yeah.
And finally, I just was wondering, do you guys have a movie that inspired you to want to become filmmakers?
I think no. Go ahead.
Well, you should start. You directed the film.
I mean, growing up, I loved Dumbo, and I still love Dumbo. My son, when he was little, watched it every day for like a year and a half, and I still love it. So it's just beautifully simple, emotional, fun, funny. It's just a beautiful movie.
The first two movies I really have memory seeing in the theater was a re-release of Snow White. It was the first Disney animated movie, which just blew me away. I was like 4 or 5, and then the next summer, Star Wars. And those two movies, like, if you even sort of blend them together in a weird way, that gets you to Pixar somehow, like rooted in classic Disney animation, but with, at the time, the high-tech cutting scope of Star Wars. And those, I mean, I wanted to work on movies even as a kid. I tried to recreate Star Wars with a Super 8 camera, as did probably every other one in this room.
I did.
You did. Maybe you didn't, but I just assume everyone does that. And I don't know, those two films lit the fuse for me to want to work on movies.
You can't focus on what's going wrong. There's always a way to turn things around. It's broccoli!
Congratulations, San Francisco! You've ruined pizza! Who's the birthday girl?
Ah!
Brain freeze!
Hang on! Riley, here we come!
Inside Out opens Friday, June 19th at Regal MacArthur Marketplace and theaters throughout the Metroplex. To see more of Susan's interviews and film reviews, check out thischicksflix.com. Irving's own Scott Jacob Lohr has a concert of original sacred music coming up, and as a special treat for About Town viewers, he's here in the studio to perform one of his songs.
What shall I give to you, O Lord? How can I ever repay you? You gave my life to me, O Lord. How often I have betrayed the gifts that you gave me, taken for granted that you came to save me from darkness and sin that forever enslaved me. The darkness besieging my heart. What shall I give to you, O Lord? All I can do is praise you. I give my heart to you, O Lord.
Bravo, bravo. Thank you. What a pleasure to have you here on About Town performing your beautiful music. Now, for folks that have seen you over the years around town, this is not what you're maybe first known for, is sacred music. What else do you play?
Well, I play a lot of classical music. I play a lot of rock and roll and some show tunes, a little bit of jazz, a little bit of country, and a lot of requests.
So over the years, when I've come to hear you play or people around town have brought you in, they've not necessarily brought you in to play sacred music, although that's what you do. But the big twist here is that this song is original.
Yes.
Let's talk about your original music.
Well, it all goes back to Psalms, because in a lot of the Psalms in the Bible it mentions sing a new song to the Lord. And I got to thinking about it and I thought, well, how do you sing a new song to the Lord unless somebody writes one? And that kind of started the process for me, and after a few hundred, I'm still going.
Okay, well, a few hundred, so that means that there's more of this, and there's an opportunity for people to find out more about it. Tell us about your concert that's coming up.
The concert is June 28th, 2015, not 16.
Yeah, not that far away.
Yeah, and it's at the church where I play piano every Sunday. It's Oak View Baptist Church in South Irving, over by Story and Shady Grove. And it's going to be a few piano instrumentals that people have heard before, and then all these other songs that I've written that they haven't heard before.
Okay, so a treat all the way around. If you like traditional hymns, then there's going to be a little bit of that. Are you going to play a little classical too?
Not specifically, but a couple of the traditional hymns I'm playing in the style of, kind of like a Rachmaninoff or Chopin treatment.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then, so that's the first part of the concert, but then the second part of the concert's going to get a little bit bigger. Talk about that.
Well, after I do a few original songs just solo, I guess that means so low, then I'll bring out the band at the church and the choir, and we'll do 3 songs to end the program and give it a bigger finish.
All right, well, it sounds wonderful. Remind us again where it is, and this is open to the public.
Yes. Free of charge, Oak View Baptist Church, South Irving. It's by the intersection of Story and Shady Grove, just a little bit north of Shady Grove.
And what time will we get started?
6 p.m.
All right, fantastic. Scott, thank you so much for being here today and sharing your beautiful music with us. We look forward to your concert.
Thank you, Kathy.
Back to you.
What do Cinderella, chocolate, and lipstick have to do with Irving teens preparing for their future? Kathy traveled to Chocolate Secrets and Fair Park Music Hall to find out.
Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? We're going to see Cinderella! Or are you really as wonderful as you?
The music and the magic of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella at Dallas Summer Musicals was just one of the delightful new experiences enjoyed by this group of 30 young ladies from Irving. They also enjoyed an afternoon of friends, fun, and chocolate at Chocolate Secrets in Dallas. The event was the culmination of a year of mentoring, learning, and growth for the teens as part of Lipstick Ready.
The name of my organization is called Advising Generation Z. I have Lipstick Ready for girls and Mr. Responsible for boys.
Kristen Eveliocha created the programs to mentor teens and kids 7 to 18 and teach the skills necessary to navigate the sometimes rocky road to responsible adulthood.
My program usually targets kids that are dealing with issues at home. That doesn't mean that their family is not there. It could mean that they're getting bullied or they don't feel connected to their campus.
Lori Gilcrease, principal at Travis Middle School, says the program has been a needed resource at her campus.
More of a holistic approach, because a lot of times we're focusing on academics, but you also need to focus on the whole child and look at self-esteem and conflict management and building leadership skills.
To that end, the program connects the girls to successful mentors, people who have overcome some of the challenges the girls are facing.
In my childhood, my parents got divorced when I was 3.
Each of the guest speakers shared stories from their early years and described the path they took to success. So while the day was designed for fun, there was also a learning component.
Hearing their stories have inspired me not only to be a better person, but to reach out to other girls to let them know that they're not the only ones, I guess, struggling in life.
Sponsors came and talked to us to share us their story, and we got to hear how they achieved to be great women as they are today.
Kristen's programs have created a safety net for her participants.
Like the best part is being able to talk to other people, talk to other girls that are in the same situation as me, and be able to be comfortable and be able to express myself in a way that I really can't around, certain other people.
And after completing the program, some come back to help.
I came back to mentor, but throughout the whole process, I actually took everything she was saying and I just let go of everything I needed to go, and I just grew spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Alex is taking on a leadership role with Mr. Responsibility. Kristen's goal is to expand the program into other school districts to help as many kids as possible understand they can let go of a painful past and create a better future. Life is no fairy tale, but with the life skills they learn with Lipstick Ready, these young ladies know a good future is in their hands. This is Kathy Whiteman reporting.
To learn more about Lipstick Ready and Mr. Responsibility programs for your teens, email Kristen at lipstickready@aol.com, and you can still catch Cinderella at Fair Park Music Hall through June 21st and Bass Performance Hall in Fort Worth June 23rd through 28th.
Irving Events is busy gearing up for the annual Independence Day celebration, and it's promising to be a day full of all of the things we love and lots of community spirit. Jackie Madden returns along with Jasmine Lee to bring us the details. Ladies, welcome back. Welcome back, Jackie.
Thank you.
Welcome back,
Thank
Jasmine.
you.
So this year, we're celebrating America's birthday.
Yes.
And I love that idea, Jackie. It's just when you always come up with great things. So what's planned as we kick off the day?
Well, we're just going to have the biggest patriotic party that Irving has ever had.
That's great.
And we're going to kick it off with the parade in the Heritage District at 9 o'clock. And the concept is that every float that's in the procession is supposed to represent a gift to America. So it's just going to be a big birthday party. After the parade, we'll meet up in Heritage Park. We have a patriotic concert going on. We have our watermelon reception like we have every year. And this year I even added cupcakes. So you don't want to miss that.
What is a birthday party without cupcakes?
It's nothing, so we're going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the idea of every float being a gift to America because, it's a privilege to be here.
It is.
And we should live that way. Absolutely.
Yes.
But wait, again, I have to say, the fun doesn't stop there at Heritage Park. It continues later on in the evening over by Lake Carolyn. So tell us what's going on, Jasmine.
So we've got our annual fireworks show. Starts at 6 o'clock right along Lake Carolyn at the intersection of Lake Carolyn Parkway and Las Colinas Boulevard.
Wonderful.
It's free and it has a fun zone for kids with lots of activities. We've got great music. This year we've got All Funk Radio Show and the Las Colinas Symphony joining us for the first time.
Okay.
And then of course the food court. There is something for everyone at this event.
Well, we love that. If you got good food, good music, and fireworks.
Of course, you can't have a fireworks show without the fireworks display. We'll finish the night off with over 20 minutes of pyrotechnics over the lake. It's beautiful.
That is wonderful. Well, ladies, once again, we're looking forward to a great celebration. And if you want to, you can party all day long with Irving Events because you guys have things going on all day. I think my hat's off to both of you. You just do such a great job. Again, folks, if you want details, please take a look at irvingevents.org. That's where you can find out all the fabulous things going on around town. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joy.
The Nilo Las Colinas hosts the work of excellent local artists throughout their campus. Here's a look and a list of cutting-edge things for you to do about town.
And here's some other exciting events happening about town. Lyric Stage's South Pacific continues through Sunday, June 21st in Carpenter Performance Hall, so you still have time to catch it. Call 972-252-ARTS for show times and ticket information. And if your youngster likes heroes, especially of the four-legged variety, take them to the West Irving Library on June 23rd to meet Hero Dogs. The fun starts at 4:30 p.m.
Irving Events Tributes to Greatness concert series concludes with Satisfaction, the International Rolling Stones show. The music starts at 7 p.m. on Friday, June 26th at Whistle Stop Plaza. And the South Irving Library plans to party all night on June 26th with their first ever Friday night library. The fun kicks off at 7 and lasts until 11 p.m. And that's all for this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for highlights from the Juneteenth celebration and from Scott Lohr's concert on June 28th.
We'll also bring you a profile of young adult author Neil Schusterman with his latest novel, Challenger Deep.
We'll leave you tonight with another look at Scott Jacob Lohr in performance in the studio. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Joy Goodrum. Have a great evening, and we'll see you About Town.
Will you open your eyes? Why must you hold yourself back from